let's talk about this. Let's talk about aliens.
Yes.
This will be the last one we talk about. We'll go super chats afterwards. But check this out. Huge ball of fire falls from the sky and crashes into a Chinese county, leaving locals stunned. Giant fireball was spotted flashing across the sky over Nankian, China. Footage shows the burning sphere exploding and plummeting into the country. Let me play this video for you guys, all right? Let me play this video. Wait, what? What is this?
What?
Okay, no, that's a video of a mob attack for some reason. What is this?
Yeah, that auto plays. So
that's so dumb. All right, let's refresh Daily Mail and let's play the. Look at this. This is crazy.
Whoa.
It's like the sun.
What is it?
Wow.
Is it a comet?
You can hear people yelling in Chinese.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it crashed into the ground. Apparently, what was that? Was that at night? That was at night.
Oh, it looks like daytime.
Look at watch. Once it goes over the ridge, you see it get dark.
Holy
satellite?
Wow.
Is that a satellite coming back?
Come on, Ian.
It could have been.
Well, I mean, I know it's aliens. I'm just thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside the exactly. We know it's aliens.
Being conspiratorial, could it be a?
We know it's
aliens. A rock.
Aliens that sells clothes.
Unidentified object exploding into a blazing sphere, plunging. You know, I feel bad for the aliens. They're probably doing routine surveillance, and they did malfunction, burst into flames, and now we're sitting here watching.
And of all the places, China.
It was probably. I mean,
now 20 new religions.
Satellite probably 20, right? Satellite does make the most sense. But let's entertain the idea because we were supposed to get aliens this year, right? Remember that dude from Israel said aliens are real?
Yes.
Did you see that, Joe?
Yeah, I saw
in Canada.
Yeah. We had a guy in Canada like 10 years ago, former like defense minister or whatever, said, "Yep, aliens are real." And he basically said we need a one world government or something like that, you know.
Hey, it could be a false flag for globalism.
I need aliens.
You need them.
I'm desensitized by Twitter, and now I need aliens.
We gotta have aliens.
Yeah. You know what, man? Yes, we need aliens.
We do.
I'm bored.
I'm so ready.
So,
dude, listen. Donald Trump filed some like lawsuit or whatever in Pennsylvania to like overturn the results. And I was like, I don't want to do another segment talking about because he just did it again like a couple days ago. And it's like, here we go. Another claim challenging it for many of the same reasons. And I'm like, really, man? Can an alien just like come with a jetpack and land so we can change the subject?
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Talk about something else.
We'll throw them in cages.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Illegal aliens?
Illegal aliens, yeah.
Maybe meditation, but aliens.
Definitely
I prefer
aliens,
it.
Yeah.
Aliens would be fun.
So I'm going to ask you
maybe
the
I'm playing
obvious
too many
question.
video games.
Ian, let me ask you the obvious question. Why didn't they go and scoop up this thing that crashed?
Okay.
Like it landed across
It's definitely
the mountains,
a satellite.
right?
Now you got me thinking.
what is
But there's
it? What are they
multiple
doing?
videos
Secret
of it.
government.
This is crazy. It's like
This is in China.
Look at this. Look at this
They were
video.
like, COVID.
It's like it's night out, and it looks like daylight. Whatever this is.
It does.
That's big.
Yeah, dude.
Huge.
And it just disappeared.
It's a bunch of illegal aliens.
It looked like a bolide, a very bright meteor, very convenient, or it was aliens firing off their
Now,
test
if that was
weapon.
a meteor, wouldn't there be a little bit more of an explosion on the ground
when it hits the ground.
Yeah.
Like
I
when
don't
it
know.
hit the ground. It's
Yeah,
see
wouldn't
much
something happen?
Maybe a
I don't know if
bird
it would
got-
explode. Let's see. The Nanxiang County government told Red Star News that it had heard the matter but was unclear of the details.
That must be scary.
Interesting. And then Daily Mail gives us this really great breakdown of what an asteroid, comet, meteorite
helpful.
is. Thank you.
Yeah, what's the difference?
An asteroid is a chunk of rock left over from collisions of the early solar system, mostly located between Mars and Jupiter. A comet is a rock covered in ice, methane, and other compounds. It orbits, take them further in the solar system. A meteor is what astronomers call a flash of light in the atmosphere when debris burns up. A meteoroid is the debris itself. Most are so small they vaporize in the atmosphere. And if any of this meteoroid makes it to Earth, it's called meteorite. That's so dumb.
And that's why you see
gotta call
comments like
3
Haley's
words
comment that like comes back because
Yes.
it's like stuck in the
It keeps
atmosphere.
returning.
And it's
Yeah.
ice. So an asteroid's rock,
Stuck in orbit.
comet is ice.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
orbit.
yeah.
And a meteor is when it enters the Earth's atmosphere.
Dude, when I saw this, I
Right,
thought it was
yeah.
day out. And then I just
Yeah.
watched the video and I realized it was actually nighttime.
That's
What if
so
it was
cool.
the exposure of the camera got messed up?
And that's all it is? Not because there's multiple videos of it.
No, I mean for the daylight
yeah,
stuff.
right,
It
right,
could have
good
been
point,
the
good point.
exposure of the camera.
But I think because the other video where it shows it's really dark out,
yeah.
and then you see it light up.
Yeah.
Like in this video, it's like really dark out. There's no sun.
It
And
could be
then-
some new military equipment that went wrong.
Yeah,
I think-
maybe.
Yeah. Yo. China could be testing some kind of crazy weapons, and that's it.
Do you think aliens are real, Joe?
Of course.
You think they're here?
I mean, if they're real, they would be here.
Why? Why would they be here?
I don't know because they probably.
Do you go and hang out and like watch anthills? I guess some people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if like aliens are just like little kids watching stupid humans do dumb human stuff, and we think they're like this like intelligent race that can't come here? Like, think about you staring at an anthill Just watching them do their
Yeah.
thing and being like, it's crazy.
It's like
and
so
the
irrelevant
ants
to you.
yeah. So you're just like looking at it because you're like, I want, or like imagine watching pigeons, and you're like wondering where the baby pigeons are because you never see them. You
Yeah.
only ever see full grown pigeons. What if that's what it is? It's like the aliens who come here are just driving by, and it's like rubbernecking. They're like driving by Earth, and they're like, oh, look at all those people down there. What are they doing? And then people are like, the aliens are here. They're gonna kill us all. And the aliens are like, I gotta go to Jim's house. We're having,
Yeah,
They're like, huh, people.
We're
I'll move on.
definitely
Yeah.
an irrelevant speck
Yeah.
to them. If anything,
Maybe.
Yeah.
we got nuclear weapons. I guess that's concerning. It just depends on where the aliens are in terms of ability and technology.
You got to
know what I mean?
think all of existence, what, billions or trillions of years? I don't know how long of existence.
Yeah.
And then how long have we existed? And then there's all that time before. So who
Right.
knows? They can be 100 million year civilization.
Which could be infinite amounts of time.
Yeah.
If the Big Bang is just one of many
Yeah.
rubber banding explosions of coalescence of matter
Yeah.
and then propulsion.
What if we're the first?
That's
I'd be
statistically
surprised.
impossible.
No, it's not.
I mean, it is possible statistically, but I mean,
It's actually one of the answers to Fermi's paradox.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Fermi's paradox or no?
No.
It's this idea like if the universe is this big and it's existed for this long and life is produced at this rate, shouldn't we have seen aliens at some point or some evidence of them? And there's a bunch of different, it's a question basically, and there's a bunch of different answers as to why we haven't. One of the scariest ones is called the Great Filter. The Great Filter is this idea that all civilizations, intelligent civilizations, come to a point where they destroy themselves.
Yeah.
That's the idea that the globalists have. The climate change people, that's why they want the authoritarian lockdown, because they feel like humanity will wipe itself out with war, with famine, with death, with pollution and destruction, unless we control every aspect of their lives. That's not I don't believe that's true.
What if they destroyed themselves and then rebuilt, and then that's, or they kept destroying themselves
well,
multiple
the
times?
idea is like if we fired off every nuke and every arsenal in a mutually assured destruction, this
Yeah.
planet would be a smoldering rock. They'd just
Well,
be
also, you gotta
unhabitable.
think, we're humans. They could have evolved differently.
Right, they could be giant floating sacks of gas.
Or wolf,
Yeah.
wolf
You know.
people.
Yeah.
Or like what if they're
Big giant ants that just work together like a hive mind.
Yup.
Insects. Yep.
with tentacles for arms, and they don't care about like our idea of emotions and everything might not exist on whatever
Yeah.
these aliens
They
are.
could breathe methane. There's so many. But okay,
Yeah.
so our universe was formed. It looks like it was mitosis that formed our moon. Planet Theia, after the cataclysm of the solar system's creation 3.6 billion years ago, 24 planetoid bodies all colliding. One of them smashed into Earth. They call it Theia, and then it came out the other side like this form of mitosis, as this molten
And that was-
ball
and that
that
was the
formed,
moon.
slowly cooled into the moon. This perfect magnetic shape that blocks out the sun exactly when you have it between the Earth and the
no,
sun.
not at the time.
Yeah,
the moon used to be
so it's
really
cool.
close, and it's drifting away.
Yeah, and it looks like it's magnetically all kind of held in place. But
Gravitally.
that's the reason why we grew up on this planet, is because we had that moon pulling the tides and like evolving our bodies. It's possible that that is a chemical reaction that's common throughout the universe, that planetoid mitosis. So maybe, but I don't think we've ever located another solar system where we can condemn that is
Didn't they find water on Mars?
definitely.
Water
did,
particles, I
yeah.
think, in the
So,
soil.
who knows?
Well, they're not sure. I think they recanted that or whatever.
Oh.
But there's a ton of Earth-like planets.
Yeah.
I guess the issue though is, going back to Fermi's paradox, the Great Filter is one of the problems. The other is we might be the first. We might be the first intelligent species. It's possible. I think it's unlikely.
But define intelligent.
Capable of manipulating their environment and
You think
building
that
tools.
there's like a planet of little dinosaurs running around?
Probably.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
they were
or
here
some
before,
weird
right?
weird
See, now
critters.
if that's there, eventually they would evolve into something like us.
Not necessarily. Evolution isn't linear.
Yeah.
Like intelligence isn't necessarily going to guarantee your survival. So we eventually, I think it's like 40,000 years ago, humans got to the point where they were like, "Hey, I realized something. I can like use this rock to do a thing."
Yeah.
You ever see that video of the orangutan spearfishing?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They're saying like orangutans are reaching like some kind of like caveman state where they're like using tools and
That's
stuff.
why I think the aliens spliced our DNA. with them. That's what I think.
Wow.
Well, that's like one of the famous
We're too
conspiracy
similar.
theories that aliens took primates and spliced their DNA into
Why we don't
into
have the
primates.
missing link.
Interesting.
We do have the missing link though.
I heard that there's like millions of year gap.
We murdered them
between-
all off.
Well, so
all those
there-
other
there-
hominids.
like 20 years ago, there was the missing link that people would cite for evolution. That's why they didn't believe it. And then we found the missing link, and they said, "Well, what about the missing link between this and the next one?" It's like,
Yeah, there's always
then
a
we-
missing link.
Then we found it. And we've actually gone way
Getting
back.
closer and closer.
And then we found, I think it's called Lucy,
Yeah.
the oldest human ancestor, like a
I
skull.
heard of that.
Yeah. So he found evidence of this stuff. There's
And,
like
and people back then were smaller too.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know if it
definitely.
went bigger than
Homo
smaller. but
florensis.
dude,
no,
dude, in like
smaller.
1900, people were like 5'6".
Yeah.
Now they got tall, and now
Now
they're
they
getting
have
now they're
bovine
getting shorter again.
hormones.
That's why apparently
Drinking all that cow's
the
milk.
I heard that the Napoleon complex, like of him being short and whatever, is
Yeah.
like he was
Normal
just
height.
normal size
Yeah.
back
Right,
then.
exactly. And the reason people think he was short is because his guards were big,
Yeah.
because he would clearly pick the big, strong dudes to guard
And the
him.
British intentionally ran with it to make fun
Right.
of them
Right,
and
of
spread that
course.
rumor.
That makes sense.
You ever hear of the stoned ape theory?
What's that?
The apes, that we evolved from apes, but it was because they started eating marijuana and mushrooms
psilocybin.
and started to their brains chemistry started to change. They
Is
gained
this a Joe
intelligence.
Rogan thing?
Yeah, I think Joe's talked about it a
Sounds
lot.
like a Joe Rogan
And
thing.
I'm all about like animal. I'm not into animal cruelty, but I would love to corral a bunch of apes and feed them mushrooms and
See
just
if they
watch them.
see if they want to eat it.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
let them
Make it optional.
kind of watch. So maybe that's what we are for
You know,
another species.
Here's a thought experiment thing. So I guess a lot of religious people believe that us humans were the only ones with a soul, and then like I guess animals have life forces, but then obviously we know evolution is a real thing. We know we evolved from something, and let's just say we evolved from apes. At what point in that
Or the
evolutionary
common ancestor.
Yeah, and I'm like, at what point in that evolutionary process does one have a soul and one doesn't? If you do believe in all that, is there like where's
Interesting.
that one point?
Well, there
where
are
that
there are
becomes-
interesting things. We talked about this on the show with Michael and Alex Jones. The Precambrian explosion. There's a period in the fossil record where all of a sudden there's just a ton of different species, and there's a bunch of different explanations for why it is. But people often look at that and say like, you had very limited life, then you had a bunch of different species all around the same time. Something happened, and there's weird stuff we can't answer. You know what I think people need to realize too? If we look back scientifically with carbon dating, with fossil records, with looking at the sedimentary layers of like when things happened, you can see like volcanic ash, you can see like radiation. It's all really well and good because the logic is there, but you wouldn't be able to look back and find a spaceship. So like the point I'm making is, while I don't
There's a lot of weird stuff in the Egyptian stuff.
like the
That's
helicopters
true, yeah.
and spotlights,
Yeah.
but here's the point
Even
I'm saying.
in the Bible, I mean,
yeah, spaceships.
Moses followed a beaming light in the sky for
Yeah.
No,
7
who was
days.
it? Was it Enoch?
Went behind a rock and
Which
God
one?
gave
The
him a
Book of Enoch?
tablet.
Yeah,
But
electricity is not that hard to make with
Yeah.
vinegar and iron.
There's
and copper, you can-
there's like some book where a dude goes up to heaven and meets God or something like that.
Well,
Mary was thrown up
There's-
to heaven, body and soul.
there's Moses. Moses went up a mountain and spoke with
No,
God.
there's a guy who got beamed up. Yeah, there's
Mary.
But hot air balloons
Yeah.
are super simple contraptions.
Yeah.
You might be thinking of John.
With a little bit of propulsion, like electromagnetic heat on a hot air balloon. Hang gliders, super easy
Yeah.
to make. I wonder if they got into the orbit though, because then you need.
No, I'm talking about the Book of Enoch. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
removed
not
from
in the Bible. Just so you know.
Right.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's the Hebrew thing. It's apocalyptic religious text. It was
Okay.
removed from the Bible.
Yes.
And,
Apocryphal. yeah.
Wow, I was
It's outside
removed from the
Bible.
Bible.
Yeah, yeah.
By
Lots
who?
Of books were.
Yeah, who has the
All the
authority
different
to do that?
councils. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
had
council.
councils about this. Yeah.
This is the Council of Nicaea.
Yeah,
the
that kind of
first
thing.
one.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this
I don't think it was the first one that was.
I'm pretty sure this is a story of the guy who like was brought to heaven.
Um,
Yeah.
Dude, I want a copy of the OG Bible before Nicaea got their hands on it. What
I'm
was
sure it'd be interesting.
talking about drugs? Talking about how much acid they all dropped or ergot at the time.
I don't think you'd.
Yeah, there's
find
so
it.
many like theories of what the Bible could be about. It could be drugs. Could it be aliens? Could it be really God?
Or it
and
could just
everything?
be like
All of the above.
All the
it could be a
above, yeah.
collection of stories to help guide people.
Yeah,
And
that's-
and
It could be
that's,
all
That's what I
things,
tell
yeah.
people all the time. Like whether you believe in God or not, or Jesus or not. I'm like the Bible is a book of how to live your life.
Like,
basically.
listen,
a
listen.
good person.
Yeah.
with the don't eat shellfish and don't eat pork thing. Like, I
It's a
mean,
safety
yeah, it's,
thing.
yeah, it's a safety
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It was like telling people like, here's the things that are you should live by, and it was Bronze Age individuals
Keep you
doing the best of their
alive.
abilities, and it was an attempt at explaining a lot of things, and with limited knowledge, they created the book. Man, it's called the book.
Yeah.
The Bible means.
Put it
It's
all
interesting
together.
stuff.
Oh, interesting. What language is that?
I don't know.
It means
but
the
Bible
book.
means book.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm into
Yeah.
the miracles. The dude,
Biblioteca.
like if you've ever done Reiki, have you ever practiced Reiki? Where you use like your magnetic field to put energy
know about
heat
all that
into
stuff.
other
You sound
people
crazy,
or
man.
withdraw. So did Jesus, trust me. And he was apparently a healer, like an energy healer. So I think he went and learned Reiki in like India and then came back and had all this like where you'd use
Yeah.
Reiki.
He was
on
only
people.
33, and that's not recorded.
Yeah,
so I
He
don't know.
disappeared in his 20s and no one knows where he went. I
No,
think he
wasn't
went-
it like 13 to 30? He was gone.
he was like in the East practicing or meditating with like yogis and stuff. I don't know.
Kung Fu and stuff.
Yeah.
Not Kung Fu, like martial arts. No, I'm for like people
Diamond
think that he
body.
went and trained, and I don't know if that's true because it's not in the Bible, but there's a lot of people, there's like different cultures have depictions of Jesus, and all of these depictions are of their particular ethnicity. It's interesting.
Right.
There's like a drawing of Jesus in like East Asia, and he's like Asian.
It's definitely an idea. Of
21
something
Jump
else.
Street.
Yeah.
And apparently that's all related to
Jesus.
aliens and
Asian
other
Jesus.
weird
Yeah.
drugs and whatever. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.